Every single day, over 250 Canadians aged 60 plus unknowingly break a law that could cost them their health benefits, their savings, or even their freedom. That's not just a number. It's a growing crisis in 2025 as new federal and provincial rules roll out silently, with little public attention. Many older Canadians don't even realize these laws exist until it's too late. Think your power of attorney is still valid? Think again. Planning to access your pension or health care like you always have? That might not work anymore. The government has made major changes to everything from reverse mortgages to elder abuse laws, and missing just one update could throw your life into chaos. And the most shocking part? These laws target common daily decisions most seniors make without a second thought. If you're over 55 or have aging parents, you need to hear all 10 laws, especially the one at number 4. It might just be the difference between protection and legal trouble. Number 10. New digital ID requirements for healthcare access. Imagine showing up at a clinic for your appointment, only to be told you no longer exist in the system. It might sound like a glitch, but in 2025, this is becoming a harsh reality for many older Canadians who haven't yet registered for the new digital ID system. Across provinces like Ontario, British Columbia, and Alberta, the push for digital ID integration is accelerating. Government services, especially healthcare, are moving online, and many are now requiring digital verification to access benefits, book appointments, and renew health cards. The idea is to reduce fraud and streamline access, but there's a serious catch. Seniors who aren't tech-savvy or don't have a smartphone could find themselves completely locked out. According to a recent report, over 37% of Canadians over 60 don't feel confident navigating government services online, and yet, more than 65% of essential services are now being transitioned to digital-first platforms. That gap is creating a dangerous divide, and older adults are falling through the cracks. The good news? You can still register manually or get assistance at government service centers or public libraries, but most people don't know where to start. You'll need a valid ID, an email address, and access to a device like a computer, tablet, or smartphone. And once you're set up, you can manage everything from your OHIP to your senior discounts, all in one secure place. Don't wait until your next appointment gets canceled or your medication renewal is delayed. Whether for yourself or for a loved one, take this simple step now. Visit your province's official digital ID portal, or go in person to a Service Canada location for guided support. In the digital age, not being online isn't just inconvenient. It's a legal barrier to healthcare. Number 9. Changes to powers of attorney laws. What if the person you trusted most to handle your affairs no longer has the legal right to do so? That's the shocking reality facing many older Canadians in 2025. As quiet as it's been kept, several provinces have updated their laws around powers of attorney, POA. And if your documents are outdated, they might no longer be valid. In provinces like Ontario, British Columbia, and Nova Scotia, new legislation has been introduced to tighten the rules around how POAs are written, witnessed, and activated. Some older POA documents, especially those created before 2015, are now considered incomplete under updated legal standards. That means if you become incapacitated, the person you chose to manage your medical care or finances could be legally blocked from doing so. And here's what most people miss. A power of attorney isn't a one-time task. It must evolve with the law. For example, new witnessing requirements now demand that legal professionals or certified witnesses be involved, especially for POAs involving financial decisions or real estate. Some provinces even require mandatory disclosure of POA arrangements to protect seniors from abuse. So what can you do? Start with a review. If your POA was created more than 5 years ago, or if it wasn't drafted by a legal expert, it's time to revisit it. Contact a lawyer who specializes in elder law or estate planning. They can ensure your documents meet 2025 standards, reflect your current wishes, and protect you from unexpected legal challenges. Don't assume your paperwork is good enough just because it's filed away in a drawer. Laws change, and what once protected you may now put you at risk. In uncertain times, a valid, up-to-date POA is one of the strongest tools an older Canadian can have. Number 8. Mandatory reporting for elder abuse in long-term care. Every hour, at least one senior in Canada experiences some form of abuse in a care facility, yet most cases go completely unreported. In response to this heartbreaking reality, 2025 has brought in one of the most important legal updates for older Canadians: mandatory reporting of elder abuse in long-term care homes. Under the updated federal and provincial frameworks, staff at long-term care homes are now legally required to report any suspected abuse or neglect, whether physical, emotional, financial, or psychological. That means no more silent suffering, no more turning a blind eye, and no more covering for co-workers. If abuse is suspected and not reported, staff can now face legal consequences, including fines or even job termination. This law empowers not just the caregivers, but also families and loved ones, giving them a clear process to raise concerns and demand accountability. For years, complaints about elder mistreatment were often brushed off or buried in bureaucracy. Now there are provincial hotlines, online portals, and rapid response teams specifically tasked with investigating abuse reports. But here's what you need to know. Not all provinces implement these protections the same way. While Ontario and British Columbia have taken strong steps forward, other regions are still catching up, and in many cases, families don't know what counts as abuse. It could be as simple as a senior being left without food, over-medicated, isolated from loved ones, or pressured into signing legal documents they don't understand. If you or someone you know lives in a long-term care facility, learn how to file a report with your provincial health authority. You can also request regular updates or access your loved one's care records. Because in 2025, silence is no longer an option, and the law is finally on your side. Number 7. Housing zoning changes, affecting seniors living at home. Your neighborhood might be changing, and it could cost you or make you money. In 2025, new housing zoning laws are quietly reshaping communities across Canada, and many older homeowners are completely unaware of how these changes affect them. From Toronto to Victoria, local governments are adopting gentle densification policies, allowing multi-unit dwellings on properties previously zoned for single-family homes. So what does that mean for seniors? In simple terms, your property value, taxes, and even your right to renovate might be changing, whether you like it or not. Some cities now allow homeowners to add secondary suites, basement apartments, or even tiny homes in the backyard. For seniors on a fixed income, this could be an opportunity to generate rental income, but it could also come with higher property taxes or new bylaw restrictions you weren't expecting. A recent municipal study found that over 40% of older Canadians don't understand how zoning changes impact their property. And yet zoning bylaws now influence everything from your ability to sell, downsize, or leave property to your children. Ignore these changes, and you might miss out on financial options, or worse, break a bylaw without realizing it. The smart move? Check your city or municipality's website for current zoning rules and upcoming changes. Some local governments even offer free consultations or town hall meetings where you can ask questions. If you're considering renovations or adding a rental unit, always get written approval before making any investment. Whether you're looking to age in place, bring family members under one roof, or make your home work harder for your retirement, these new zoning laws could be your greatest asset or your biggest liability. Understanding them is not optional in 2025. It's essential. Number 6. Taxation of retirement income streams. Think your retirement income is safe from surprise taxes? Think again. In 2025, the Canadian Revenue Agency, CRA, has introduced new rules affecting how retirement income, especially from RRIFs, private pensions, and annuities, is taxed, And for older Canadians, the changes could mean higher tax bills and reduced benefits if you're not properly prepared. The CRA has adjusted the minimum RIF, Registered Retirement Income Fund, withdrawal rates and is tightening oversight on income-splitting strategies between spouses. At the same time, certain tax credits like the age amount and pension income credit are being reassessed, which could result in clawbacks or reduced eligibility for seniors with even modest additional income sources. A government bulletin released earlier this year noted that up to 28% of seniors could see their tax obligations increase, especially those with mixed income sources, such as pensions, investment earnings, and CPOAS. What's worse is that many retirees won't notice until they receive their notice of assessment, with a bill they weren't expecting. But here's the silver lining. Proper planning can help you avoid the worst of it. Financial advisors now recommend splitting pension income with a spouse, staggering withdrawals from different accounts, and even delaying CPP or OAS to reduce overall taxable income. For some, converting RRSPs earlier, even before age 71, might lead to a better tax position long term. And if you're living on a fixed income, every dollar counts. That's why it's critical to review your retirement strategy annually and consult a tax expert who understands the 2025 regulations in detail. What worked 5 years ago may not work anymore. Retirement should be about peace of mind, not tax time panic. Don't let the system catch you off guard. Stay informed, plan smart, and keep more of what you've earned. Number 5. Updated medical assistance in dying MAiD criteria. Few laws are more personal or more controversial than those involving end-of-life decisions. And in 2025, Canada has made significant changes to its medical assistance in dying MAiD legislation that every older Canadian needs to understand. Whether you support or oppose MAiD, these legal updates directly affect how your final wishes can be expressed and respected. As of this year, the eligibility for MAiD has expanded to include individuals with certain mental health conditions as their sole underlying medical issue. But with this expansion comes stricter regulations around documentation, medical assessments, and safeguards to prevent abuse. The days of casually discussing MAiD with a doctor and expecting a simple process are over. One of the biggest changes: advance requests are now more clearly defined in law. That means you can outline your wishes before you're diagnosed with a condition that may leave you incapable of making decisions later. But, and this is critical, your advance directive must meet very specific legal standards to be considered valid. Otherwise, your wishes could be challenged or completely disregarded. A 2025 federal report found that nearly 40% of advance MAiD requests submitted in the past 2 years were legally incomplete, mostly due to missing witness signatures or unclear medical directives. This has led to legal disputes, delayed procedures, and emotional distress for families. If MAiD is something you've considered, or even if you simply want your future care decisions respected, you need to consult both a legal professional and your healthcare provider. Make sure your advance directive aligns with federal and provincial standards and keep it updated. Your end-of-life decisions are your right, but only if the paperwork holds up. In 2025, the law demands clarity, precision, and preparation. Don't leave one of life's most important decisions open to misinterpretation. We put a ton of heart into bringing you this kind of life-changing info. So if you found even one law helpful, drop us a comment and tell us which one shocked you the most. And hey, subscribing is just one click, but it means everything to us. Help us keep making videos that truly matter. Number 4. Federal Privacy Reform, Bill C-27. Your personal data is now more valuable and more vulnerable than ever. In 2025, the Canadian government has introduced a sweeping new piece of legislation, Bill C-27, also known as the Consumer Privacy Protection Act. This isn't just about spam emails or online ads. This law directly impacts how your health, financial, and personal data is collected, stored, and shared. For older Canadians, this is a game changer. Many seniors are unknowingly handing over sensitive data through online forms, pharmacy apps, even hospital check-ins, without fully understanding who sees it, where it goes, or how it's used. Bill C-27 introduces stricter rules for companies that collect this data, including stronger consent requirements and the right to request deletion of your personal information. What's new in 2025? For the first time, individuals have the legal right to access and correct their own data, and companies must respond within a set time. There's also the introduction of algorithmic transparency, meaning businesses must explain if and how your data is being used in automated decision-making, like approving loans, setting insurance rates, or prioritizing healthcare access. But here's the catch. You must actively use your rights. The law gives you tools, but it doesn't automatically protect you unless you ask. That means you should regularly request your data profile from banks, hospitals, and insurance providers. You can also opt out of certain data sharing programs that may be selling your information to third parties. Worried about where to start? Visit Canada's Office of the Privacy Commissioner website for guides and template letters you can use. Or speak with a tech-savvy family member to help you go through your digital settings. In today's world, protecting your data is just as important as protecting your wallet. And now, thanks to Bill C-27, you finally have the law on your side. Number 3. Enhanced protections for reverse mortgages, predatory lending. It sounds like a lifeline, unlocking the value of your home to get cash in retirement. But in 2025, reverse mortgages and high-interest loans aimed at seniors have come under intense scrutiny, and for good reason. Too many older Canadians have fallen into financial traps, signing contracts they didn't fully understand, and paying the price later, sometimes with their homes. This year, the federal government, along with several provinces, has introduced enhanced legal protections to fight back against predatory lending practices targeting seniors. Lenders are now legally required to offer clearer disclosure about terms, fees, and long-term costs. And new cooling-off periods have been mandated, giving borrowers 5 to 10 business days to cancel the agreement without penalty. Even more critically, reverse mortgage providers must now prove that the borrower received independent financial advice before signing. That means your bank or lender can't just rush you into the deal. They must give you time and support to understand the full picture. And it's not just reverse mortgages. Aggressive marketing of payday loans, equity loans, and high-interest credit to older adults has triggered a national response. In 2025, companies caught targeting vulnerable seniors with deceptive practices could face hefty fines, suspension of licenses, or even criminal charges. But here's what you can do. Never sign any financial agreement on the spot. Ask for a printed copy. Take it to a trusted advisor, a lawyer, or even a local senior support center for review. And if you're ever unsure, call the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada. They now offer free guidance for seniors navigating loans and financial products. Your home is more than a house. It's your legacy. These new laws are here to protect it, but only if you know your rights and use them wisely. Number 2. Climate-related insurance requirements. What if your home insurance suddenly got canceled because of the weather? In 2025, this is becoming a harsh reality for thousands of Canadians, especially seniors living in flood zones, wildfire-prone areas, or coastal regions. As climate risks intensify, new laws and insurance regulations are transforming how homeowners must protect their properties. And it's costing more than ever before. Insurers are now required by law to assess climate risk factors before issuing or renewing policies. That means if your home falls into a high-risk area, you may face massive premium hikes, reduced coverage, or outright denial. and seniors on fixed incomes are getting hit the hardest. A 2025 national report found that 1 in 5 older homeowners had their insurance costs increase by over 30% this year alone. Worse, many are discovering they were never covered for major events like overland flooding, forest fires, or landslides. In response, the federal government has made climate risk insurance mandatory in certain zones, but it's not automatically added to your policy. You have to opt in or bundle coverage to meet the new legal requirements. If you fail to comply, your mortgage lender could take action, or you could be left paying out of pocket for repairs after a disaster. And with extreme weather events becoming more frequent and more intense, the risk is no longer hypothetical. Here's what you can do. Review your insurance policy right now. Contact your provider and ask if you're protected against climate-related risks. If not, inquire about bundling flood, wildfire, and storm coverage. Some provinces also offer government-backed insurance supplements for high-risk homeowners. Don't wait until disaster strikes. These new laws are meant to protect you, but they only work if you're prepared. In 2025, climate risk isn't just a weather problem, it's a legal one. Number 1. CPP and OAS eligibility adjustments. What if the retirement income you're counting on isn't actually guaranteed? That's the unsettling reality for many older Canadians in 2025 as the federal government implements major adjustments to CPP, Canada Pension Plan, and OAS, Old Age Security, eligibility, and payout rules. These changes could quietly reduce your monthly income, or delay when you can access it. Due to increased life expectancy and rising strain on public pension funds, the government has begun raising income thresholds and tightening eligibility rules, especially for early access and higher-income retirees. In some cases, seniors who once qualified for full OAS or GIS, Guaranteed Income Supplement, are now receiving reduced benefits or being pushed into higher tax brackets. One of the biggest shifts? The voluntary deferral incentives have changed. While delaying CPP or OAS past age 65 still increases your payments, the bonus amount has been slightly reduced, making the strategy less rewarding than in previous years. Meanwhile, the clawback thresholds for OAS have also dropped, meaning even moderate-income seniors could see their benefits scaled back. According to a 2025 pension study, up to 35% of retirees haven't reviewed their income strategy in the past 3 years, and many will be caught off guard. That's why financial experts are urging older Canadians to recalculate their projected income under the new rules, especially if they're planning to retire within the next 5 years. What can you do right now? Use the official CRA and Service Canada calculators to estimate your new CPP and OAS amounts. And more importantly, speak to a retirement planner who understands the 2025 updates. A small adjustment today could save you thousands over the next decade. Your retirement should be secure, not uncertain. But in 2025, the rules have changed, and staying informed is your best defense. Let's face it, 2025 isn't the same world we were living in just a few years ago. The laws are evolving fast, and while some changes are designed to protect us, others can quietly trip us up if we're not paying attention. For older Canadians especially, staying legally informed is no longer optional. It's essential. We've covered everything from retirement income tax traps to hidden risks in reverse mortgages, zoning laws, privacy rights, and even how climate change is rewriting your home insurance policy. Each of these 10 laws might seem small on its own, but together they paint a clear picture. The legal landscape for seniors is shifting beneath our feet, and those who don't adapt risk losing not just benefits or money, but freedom, security, and peace of mind. But here's the good news. Now you know what to look out for. You've taken the first step toward protecting yourself and your loved ones. So take action today. Review your documents, speak with a legal or financial advisor, and most importantly, stay curious. Because knowledge really is power, especially when it comes to laws that affect your daily life. And don't keep this information to yourself. Share this video with a parent, a grandparent, or a neighbor. You might just save them from making a costly mistake. We'll keep doing the research, breaking down complex laws into simple, practical insights, so you don't have to. All we ask in return, one small click to subscribe, and maybe a quick comment to let us know which law surprised you the most. This is your future. These are your rights. And now, you're ready to protect them.